Writing a young adult novel, writing any novel, this being my first, after a number of screenplays and being a film critic in a newspaper, this was sort of a strange experience for me. How strange? Well, let's say this. As I was writing chapter after chapter after chapter, trying to convey the real current day life of a teenage boy and the kids around him, and the influences for teenagers today are very different than when I was in high school, way back when, I won't say. Because there's social media, there's texting, there's TikTok, there's Facebook. So as I wrote, I tried to include those elements which, when S.E. Hinton wrote The Outsiders, or anyone 30 years ago or 40 years ago was writing a young adult novel, they didn't have to include cell phones, they didn't have to include laptops, they didn't have to include TikTok, Facebook. Those didn't exist. So I tried to blend that into the story because it is a big part of a teenager's life. So I would go to bed and my mind would be racing. How do I solve this problem? What should this character do next? What should the character's friend do next? What happens when he goes to a juvenile detention center? And as crazy as it actually seems to me, the writer, all of those issues were solved while I was trying to sleep. I would get a rush of ideas that all solved the problems. And so I was eager to get to my computer the next day and write down what I received from some source. I don't want to be psychic about this, but I really, as a writer, don't know how the brain works when you're trying to problem solve for something creative. It's one thing to go out and interview people and say, oh, I'll put that, this, etc. But this was my own brain, obviously talking to me when I'm trying to sleep. Did I not sleep at all during the night? No, I slept. But there was so much time devoted to tossing and turning, but almost, I guess, smiling on the inside that I was getting these ideas that I so sorely needed to keep the story going.